breaking your fast. How do you eat in the morning to get your body going again? Or do you not eat? Do you enjoy breakfast? Or is it a meal that you can just skip? I decided to take a week of my breakfasts and just kind of show you what I eat. They're all budget friendly. It's things that I, have on hand. I don't eat a lot of meat or eggs, so you won't see very much of that, but you will see a little bit. And I'll tell you why. My first day one, here's a picture of what I ate. It was half of an everything bagel with cream cheese and a very ripe peach. I cut it up, but it was so juicy and messy that I turned it so that the skin side was showing, and I eat the skin. It's not that fuzzy. It's fine. I like it, and that's where a lot of the nutrients are, evidently. I don't peel hardly anything. I do peel bananas. But this was my breakfast and a cup of black coffee. And that wasn't my only cup, but I usually have 2 or 3 cups of coffee. So that was day one. On day 2, I had a cup of Greek yogurt with granola. And I know granola is kind of a fattening cereal, but I love it. It's tasty to me. And I just put on maybe 1/3 of a cup of granola on top and then just eat that. And it's more satisfying to me than just the yogurt alone. And a cup of coffee. And then day 3, let's see what happened. I wanted to do a short video today about what I had for breakfast. Coffee. This is my 3rd cup, and I'm doing one of my intermittent fasting days. It's 11:30 a.m. and I just have had black coffee. I don't ever put anything in it. Occasionally, if I have heavy cream or something, I'll put a little dollop of that in because it is delicious. But generally, just coffee. I don't add anything, so it's, as far as I know, okay to use when you're fasting because it doesn't cause a lot of digestion, which is what you're trying to eliminate, is giving your body a break from having to digest food all the time. So I'd say last night I probably stopped eating about 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't know for sure what time it was, maybe 7:30. And so from then until now, that's about 16 hours. And that's quite a long time for me. I generally, will eat by 8 or 9 in the morning. So by consciously waiting and not having breakfast at all, I'm giving my body a rest. And I've heard it's really good to do, and it's better to even do longer fasting, but I don't because I like to eat. But I'm not particularly hungry right now. I'm going to eat lunch here in the next hour, and it seems like when you eat, or for me, when I eat, it's sort of like priming the pump. If you ever used an old well where you pump the handle, we always had to pour water in and then start pumping vigorously, and it would get harder, and that meant the water was coming up through the pump from the well. So it's sort of like that. You need to feed it to get it to work. And when I eat, sometimes it's like I want to keep eating. I'm priming that pump of my appetite, perhaps. And everybody's different. So I don't know if this is how things work for you, but if I back off and take a little break and miss my breakfast meal 1 day or 2 days a week, I don't really notice it if I stay busy. I'm not sitting around going, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm starving. That doesn't happen. I took a walk this morning. I've worked on YouTube. I've jotted down ideas for new videos. I haven't really done much around the house, but I've got a lot of work done and have occupied my brain, which is what I have to do to stay focused on not eating. And so that's the deal. Coffee for breakfast. And here's day 4. I had here's the meat. I had some sausage biscuits. These are the Jimmy Dean sausage biscuits from the frozen aisle at the grocery store. And I don't generally buy anything like this. For one thing, they're a little pricey, I think. But I had a friend stay a few weeks ago for 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days she was here. And so we had 3 breakfasts together. And I had asked her what she liked to eat for breakfast. And she said, oh, you know, those little sausage breakfast sandwiches. And I said, oh, okay. So I bought a box at the store, and she ate them every day for breakfast with coffee. And I had them 2 days, but, you know, I don't like that much meat. I just don't eat it. Don't eat it. So I'm finishing them up. They won't go to waste, but this is something that I have on hand right now that I normally wouldn't. And I enjoyed these 2 sandwiches with some cherries. And I also put mustard on them because I think sausage with mustard is delicious, even for breakfast. My friend thought that was weird. I said, well, you don't have to do it. I'm going to do it. And then I had black coffee. And day 5, here's what I had. I had another half of an everything bagel with cheese with lovely black pepper sprinkled on top. When I was a kid, I went to a friend's house and they had cottage cheese and they had the salt and pepper kind of in front of me. So I put some pepper on my cottage cheese and I thought, that is beautiful. I'm easily entertained, I guess, but I always do it now and I like how it tastes. And black coffee. And then the next day, day 6, I had a pumpkin muffin with butter and another very ripe peach. This time, the peach was so ripe that I didn't even want to cut into it, and I just ate it like an apple. Just bit into it, and it was so messy, but it was very delicious. And the pumpkin muffin was from a neighbor. She had given me a couple of these, so I enjoyed that with some black coffee. You guessed it. So here we are. It's day 7. Intermittent fasting again, because I really need to do this more often. I think I've been reading up on intermittent fasting and even longer fasts, which I've done, I think, once in my life, maybe didn't eat for a whole day. And it's so good for your body, evidently. And I could really stand that now. I think I feel like I've gained some weight lately. I'm not getting out since it's gotten hotter here as often to go for walks, and I can just tell my clothes are feeling a little tighter. And what I make myself do is try to curb my eating and get a little more exercise, and it usually helps me stay kind of level. I don't want to gain a whole bunch. I would love to lose a whole bunch, but that takes a lot more effort than I put in. So it's another intermittent fasting day, just having black coffee until lunchtime. And it isn't that bad. I mean, if I stay busy, it just kind of goes by. Every once in a while, I'll think, have I eaten yet? No, and I'm not going to. But it's not a big deal. It's a lot easier for me to do this in the morning than to stop eating at night. I'm kind of a snacker. That's why I eat dinner later. Because if I eat dinner too early, I'll just start snacking while I'm watching TV or whatever. So I'm doing my fasting this morning and would love to hear what you do for breakfast. Do you ever fast? Whether you plan on that or not, or call it that. Whether you just skip breakfast and call it skipping breakfast, that's okay. Do you fix yourself a full, like bacon and eggs and hash browns and toast and fruit and orange juice and coffee or tea? Do you kind of just eat whatever? I've eaten leftovers before. I didn't this week, but if I have a little casserole or something, I think, well, it's delicious. I'm just going to heat that up and eat it. And I didn't do that this time, but I certainly could have. And I don't see anything wrong with it. So let me know what you eat for breakfast, if you care to share. And if you're new here, I'm Do It Myself Peg. This is my YouTube channel about frugal living and some cooking and easy recipes and just an assortment of videos. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time.